not do that.
Sweet.
Nothing. Well, you're gonna watch some great casting. That's what you're gonna
Capture
do.
the flag.
You want to start on blue team? See what the.
Yeah,
so confident.
She's staying yesterday. He's a good guy.
Dang it is. These things moving over to the rocket side. Let's see if he can secure these rockets. He's gonna have two people facing him, but I think he's gonna be able to get this. Where did my? G staying, yeah, just able to grab the rockets, makes a smart play by going down in the grass, not sprinting. They don't know where he is. Possibly two. There we go. Yeah, I think he should drop one of those weapons for his teammate, but then he's smart play picking it up. Mike going in clutch, but he did get bodied. We almost saw him get in the montage, but you know, there we go with Mike. I'm gonna stick on with Mike just because he has no power weapons right now. Somehow doesn't get a collat with the rocket, but he doesn't have a sniper with no nothing else in the back pocket.
The enemy flag has been returned.
Playing really passive, making sure that he's cut down the lane, but does get caught with drops. Follow that sniper. And Lucius L with the body shots. Let's hop on with him, see what he's able to do with the sniper. I guess Sinister has a sniper. Yeah. Or my Sinister shooting the bodies. Yeah. He does end up getting a headshot with it, making sure that he's mowing down these people, but he's in the back of his base with a sniper when he should have pushed up quite a while ago just to make sure he could, you know, cut off those lanes and the flag.
The enemy flag has been
returned.
returned.
Cap, but he's gonna die. He's gonna die. People at top rockets. And now I think he's gonna end up getting a sniper back. That sniper is still rogue on the ground.
Rockets in 10.
I mean, let's give a quick shout out to Mike. Mikey Mike coming up with clutch plays here and again. I'm sticking on but Mike reads him like an open book and just mows him down. I think we have to go on board with Mike right now.
I think so too.
Smart plays. Oh. I mean, we have a rocket. Like, there's a red rocket player. I think he's in the back of their base. I'm going to go see what he's up to. He's just camping in the back of red base for some reason, even though blue's pushed up all the way. So, you know, that's a quick cutoff. I just want to see what he was up to in the back. Did he die? Okay. Okay, there we go.
The enemy flag has been returned.
Be able to get the kill, but yeah. Oh, Mike! Dude, I gotta stay on Mike. I keep switching off of him, but man, he's just making plays again and again. There's a guy in blue maze. Let's see if Mike's able to finish off this kill. Man, freaking thing's not working for some reason, but we got it fixed, guys. Don't worry about it.
Sniper's up.
Yeah, and then he gets the gun punch. Good call outs coming out though. Okay, now we got a 2-on-1 over the sniper area. Let's see what blue team's able to do over here. See if they're able to see the sniper. Luscious L making great plays. Holy hell, what are we seeing? That's gonna be cut real short. That sniper at? There we go.
We found their carrier.
Airborne snap. Let's see if he's great restraint. He needs to, you know, just sometimes even though you have the sniper in your hands, yeah, just pull up with that pistol. Great nade by by Mike. And guess who comes in? Clutch once again. It's Mike. Mike with the clutch plays.
Protect our carrier. Rockets are up.
I think somebody should go back and help that flag carrier. Like, they left Mike to himself, and now that flag's probably going to get returned. And blue team's already throwing this thing across the map. Nobody on red team is ready to cut that off. I think that's a great counter.
Spotted the enemy flag carrier.
I don't think Red's going to have any chance of getting this back, but I might.
Find our flag.
Because here we are with 3 red people in the blue base. JK trying to get the kill before he goes in, and they're still killed. Like, this is the craziest game of flag I think I've ever seen.
Our flag's back at base. Protect our carrier. Protect our carrier.
Alright, I mean, once again, we see a flag coming. I don't want to say anything until it actually goes in, and there we get our first flag cap. Like I was about to say, this flag's going in, and then he gets mowed down right before he before he pulls gets that flag in the point. Once again, we're seeing blue get this flag out. They're running it towards sniper side. Hopefully this thing goes through because they have the position. Sinister making good plays, you know, making sure he's not overextending on that flag, but they do get the return just in the nick of time, and Sinister is going to have to rework his strategy. I mean, we're seeing red flood the car side. I don't think this is going to work out for them, but as I say that, blue team has 2 people go down, and the flag is out once again. Sinister with good shots, but not able to find the head.
Our flag's been taken. Find our flag.
And the flag carrier's down. We got 2 one-shots in the grass area. Let's see if they're able to capitalize off this. They're somehow staying alive.
Defend our carrier.
Hey, Mike just doing Mike things right now. Whenever I see him, he's one shot. It doesn't matter. He's staying alive. He's getting flag pulls. He's just making great plays. Well, good job by Sinister staying alive. He had a 1-on-2. Was able to stay alive. Grab the sniper. Though he did make a little bit of a misplay. Dropping his pistol instead of the MP rocket. Able to recover that real easily though. Let's see, Mike. Is that Mike with rockets?
Who are we hopping on board?
I'm on Sinister, seeing what he's able to do with the snipe. I think I should probably switch to Mike if he has rockets in the base. I'm going to do that. But as I switch onto him, he's one shot. Let's see if he can recover some. Able to do that. Nades come out. We see, what is that? 4 people sniper side. This is rocket heaven for Mike, but he choked. A pocket rocket comes out. Oh, that has to sting. Mike's been playing really good this game and then whiffs the rocket. Let us down. Let's hop on these tanks here.
They're getting some kills now. They're pushing in. They've got some guys stuck in there.
See, this is kind of push I like. This is methodical. They weren't like really like pushing up too hard and like getting caught off. We saw 2 push together. They do get taken down, but those are the kind of pushes we want to see this game. And now we have the 3rd guy coming around the corner, able to get the pickup. He should be able to pull this flag and then just bait it. But he's get caught off spawn, and now he's just trying to stay alive. Luscious L. No, Sinister still has the sniper. I think we have to give him some love as he's heading towards red elbow. See if he's able to do anything. There we go. Sinister with a good double. Oh, he almost puts him in the montage. I mean, I really thought that was gonna hit, but now we see Dr. John Rambo picking up the sniper. See if he's able to do anything.
10 seconds to
Body shot on the guy.
We returned our flag.
Sinister is gonna come right back and say, "Give me back my sniper." He doesn't want to see anybody else have that in their hands. Gonna wait for the rockets to come up and rotate in the grass with them. Great play by Sinister. That even though they still left that sniper down at Rocket Street, but I think it's a better play to make sure we get these rockets out alive.
Oh, buckets himself a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it was really his only option, but you see blue team. I think blue team's gonna recover these rockets once again. I mean, JK has a sniper. See if he's able to do anything. 1 shot left in the chamber. Rotating around, waiting for call-outs to come. That's 3 down for red team.
I like the discipline.
I think he's going to be able to get a pick if he keeps watching his sniper. Does get a body. All he has to do is put 1 shot at the guy.
10 seconds to snipe.
Not managed to do it, but it's a hard task to do against a rocket staring in your face.
Definitely true. I thought he was going to pull it off. But
You have the flag. They spotted
I'd like to see Krim just give this flag up to somebody.
They spotted you.
Distraction.
See, I think Krim's gonna get caught. Yeah. See, I would have liked to see Krim like pull the flag and then hand it off to somebody. He had 3. I believe he has 3 or 2 rockets left in the chamber. In that rocket right there. I would like to see him, give up the flag, go back, and try to make something happen with those rockets. But instead, he's gonna get mowed down. And now we're in a flag stalemate as we've been seeing all game.
Defend our carrier.
They stayed alive. He overextended a little too much, but red team once again able to pull off.
They spotted you. We found our carrier.
Okay, let's talk about Sinister right now. He's sitting at 23 kills. He has 14 deaths, 10 assists. The man's rocking this game. Trying to keep blue team alive, but once again, red team's going to be able to pull out a cap.
Capture. Flag
And
run.
we're seeing heavy playing from the blue side. It's just
Find our flag.
they just need to capitalize more on the opportunity they've been given. Simple plays like rotating those rockets out and making sure that they get the maximum kills when they're running.
Flag carrier.
Not clubbing flags like they are right now. Would absolutely help.
Enemy team score.
Right, this might be Z-Man might be pulling the last flag of the game. I think he has open air. If he can just somehow get this across to his side of the base, he gets it across the 50-yard line. We see 3 red dots appear on the radar, but they're getting mowed down. I think red team's got this. I don't think blue team can get this flag out.
The only one who's got a chance. I think he's about to
Oh, yes.
Good counter pull, good counter pull.
Oh my god, that was great. You guys were slaying so good.
People saying, can you turn up your mic on Discord? People saying quiet. Let me try this. Probably don't need to do that. I probably can just do this. It'll help a lot. Try talking now and see if the people can hear you.
How about
Nation?
I am trying to indicate.
Yeah, just gotta let the delay slowly come in.
Okay. I changed another setting on my end too to see if I can increase the volume.
See, you're fine in my ears, but like I never know with this stream. Let's look at these stats. So we had almost.
Z-Man coming up huge for his team.
Yeah, I mean 22, 18, 19, 9. Having 22 kills and then topping that off with 18 assists. That's just big for the team. I think he had over 1,000 more damage than anybody else in the lobby except for Sinister. I mean that's crazy. He was all over the place, just putting damage on things. I think we gotta give him a little bit more love next game, huh?
I think we do. Yeah, he did it all without power weapons too. That's impressive.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. 0 power weapon kills. That's crazy. Man, we see 12 power weapon kills coming out from blue side, and we just see how they didn't capitalize on those kills. Like they had rocket. I think they had almost every single rocket rotation, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. I think that huge misplay that we saw with the rocket guy grabbing the flag and not rotating back. I mean, as soon as he grabbed that flag, there was a guy bottom mid. He should have just thrown the flag to him, grab those rockets, go into the DMR, and catch them off their spawn. I mean, I think he had 2 or 3 rockets. That's 2 sure kills. That's enough to get the flag across the base.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think blue team pushed onto the elbow a few times for no reason, kind of gave up what would have been really good spawn control and just weren't quite as methodical as they needed to be. They kind of leave one guy alive in cave or something, and it would just throw a wrench in every pull they had.
Well,
So Truth Slayer, I think blue team will have a bit of a stronger showing on this map.
Would have been fine.
It's a little more open. They'll all be able to see each other, and that slaying power and damage that they have are gonna shine a little more, I think.
I definitely agree. Let's see what Z-Man does off the start. I think he's probably going to be pushing the same biz. You know, he's feeling good from last game. Might as well put the power stuff in his hand, make sure that he's getting as much damage on board. Looking out window, you see the 2 people on the side, just getting as many shots as possible. Just doing a great job. I mean, he basically killed the guy at P1 and then kills the guy at car 2. And then he does a great play and then he drops in the yard like that. I don't really agree, but he's able to stay alive. Maybe he proves me wrong, but he doesn't. Gets to slow it down. Now we see
Yeah,
blue
I would
team.
have liked to see him pushing towards top mid to help those guys in P2 just corral the spawn with blue.
See, and like him pushing out like that just allowed blue team to get the control. We saw 2 people at P side, 2 people at car side, maintaining the control of the spawns, trying to trap red in their base. And now we see the pinch coming in. He's just sitting up top, making sure he gets those calls out the guy at P1, but he's gonna go in and help his teammate, doing a great job. Now blue team just needs to readjust, get back to the top.
P2 quick.
He had to call out that guy. He knows he's there. Back off, let your teammate finish that kill. Great plays from him. He's up there, Sinister. There's 2 one-shot challenges, gets taken down. Wow. Okay, I don't think we can lose Z-Man. He's doing plays like this.
No, we've got a lag out.
Really?
Bad news for blue.
Game over.
I wonder if they're gonna restart the whole map, or they're just gonna. Blue team with the strong strats, you know, they want to get that invis once again, maintain the 1 kill lead. Nah, but hopefully I think they should just restart. I mean, it's almost even. Damn, look at Mike with 100% accuracy. Homie doesn't miss.
2 bullets here.
Mike doesn't miss. Little known facts. It's crazy. That's saying a lot about that start. He only has 52 damage with 100% accuracy. I mean, blue team was just suffocating red at the beginning over there. He wasn't able to get shots on anybody, taken down really fast. I mean, blue team definitely had control of the map. It's a shame that somebody lags out, but I don't think it will take them much to get that control. Once again, they're a really heavy slaying team. I think they'll bounce back quite well.
Yeah, I think if red team is going to stay in this, they're definitely going to have to be faster once they get somebody down to kind of get up and take control, and only leave one person to stay in red and anchor the spawns.
What's really interesting coming out of this map is we don't see coaches for any team. So these power up times are going to be coming up on the players themselves, and I think that's going to be a big deal coming in coming in on this map is that invis, and seeing which team is able to control that invis better without the coach there reminding them. And if
I agree with that one.
And if
so
it's
who
gonna,
do you want to start out with? Do you want to try and pick up camo, or give Z-Man credit for
I think we have to go with Z-Man. That dude's shooting like a god. Just. Hopefully he doesn't jump out into bottom mid again, but we'll see. Maybe I'm gonna be interested to see if they switch up the starting strat. They're just gonna do the same thing. Or they're also keeping the same kills or not.
I suspect they're doing a full restart, but who knows?
This is an interesting strat for Blue team. They double out everything. They keep a guy on delay pushing top. Z-Man's keeping him at A. Shot on T1. Able to trade, but I mean, blue team once again getting 3 down. I mean, the slaying power coming out of blue team is definitely showing this map. I'm gonna hop on with what. That was loud.
I'm not sure what time it is, but we should definitely start with
Alright, okay, so we're seeing Sinister push up the PQ, finding red with their back facing him. Able to get that easy punch. I don't think he saw Mike at red 1. Sinister able to get away. Yeah, I mean, able to get away, which is really big. Now he gives that information to his teammate. Red team needs to decide to push together. I mean, I've seen them spawn up. I mean, we saw 2 spawn at red 1. And they didn't push up together. 1 went to the car side, 1 went to the T side. Now they're getting picked off 1 by 1. They need to decide to push together. Coordinate their pushes a little bit better.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a little bit safer with this. Just as I say that, they're going to take it down.
We're seeing blue team just work off each other so well. We see Sinister sitting back in the base, getting shots for his teammate, pushing the car vault. They both go down from Mike, but we saw them working together. Like, that's so big. We see the guy pushing in, the other guy sitting back, just making sure that he gets shots for his teammate, and that they're not playing one-on-ones. See blue team, like, they're looking at each other and they're getting shots with each other, and that is why they have like a 10 kill lead right now.
Definitely. Red team is also giving away some free damage sometimes.
And, you know,
not making the best use of the cover that they have available to them.
Rambo just wanted to, you know, stun off a little bit, get the assassination going, and there's a breakdown in communication right there from red team as we see Lucius L able to kind of creep up behind them with that tac mag and just hit 2 of them in the back. Now camo's up right now. I think Mike's gonna get the burn. Mike got the burn at 47, so we should probably remember that. The camo's at 47. Mike keeping a good eye on it. I mean, blue team definitely had the time down because we saw 3 of them P side, while 3 of the red team was on car side. But Mike was able to get the burn. Some big plays by Mike, but they definitely need to decide.
Yeah, he stole that out from underneath 3 people. That was an impressive play from Mike for sure.
See, now they get 2 picks and they're playing really passive. We see 3 people at P1. They're not pushing up hard. They need to be getting this top control. We finally see them capitalize on those kills. But red team just needs to play with less hesitancy. They're playing really passively when they should be playing really aggressive when they get these picks. to collapse on this team. I'm sticking with Rambo right now. See what he's able to do, but you know, Caster's first gets immediately 5. Not doing that. Well, Mike not able to get the line, but able to finally help his teammate get the kill.
They've really cut down the speed pretty effectively down to 2014.
2014. See, this is the thing. Like, they're getting kills, but we have 2 people sitting underneath the basement. So, like, these kills aren't actually helping red team. They're just things to go on the scoreboard. Because they're not taking advantage of those kills. They're not pushing up in the top mid. They're not collapsing together. They need to focus on making these kills count. Like, you can get kills all day, but if you're just trading them, your score line is never going to change.
I can argue with that. But I'm definitely noticing blue team chasing their kills a little bit harder than they need to, giving them the top control. I think they're maybe getting a little bit overconfident on the playing pattern.
Yeah, I mean, and if they are, red team just needs to punish them for it. And so far, I think red team has communication. They're not shooting together. We see Mike pushing out by himself, while 3 of the other red team members are on the other side of the map. They need to get together, coordinate their pushes. It's so huge, and they didn't. I think Lucius pushed out the camel at 42, but he is going to get burned, unfortunately. That's blue team being on top of that camo once again, and once the camo came up, red team had 3 people at car side. They need to stop. I mean, they're so close in this game right now because they're able to get these trades off, but blue team is just playing a lot better together than red team is at the moment.
Yeah, red team is making some pretty big mistakes and just kind of letting people through the net.
Yeah, so we see 2 people at P2. I think they need to rotate together. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're going 3 side to make sure that it's a shame that that's the one who needs to stop. Yeah. But they are able to get a 2-for-1 over there and take control of car side. They still have a guy at P side. College looking at P1. Not able to get the kill, but able to make him back off. Oh, how unfortunate. 2 sticky grenades come out and just end the life of Mike and his teammate.
So yeah, that's definitely the typical kind of mistake that they're making. It's just no one's actually watching the car door. So 3 guys don't have to just
I think Mike's playing a little bit too solo right now. He's pushing out without his teammates. I think he's feeling a little bit too pressured to do too much, and red team just needs to slow this down and just get a swing going in their favor. Slow this down till the next camo, which is coming up in the next 30-40 seconds. And they just push then instead of letting blue team build up this lead.
Right. But the team is aggressive.
Yeah, you can play in your base for it until you get that first pick, and then make your push when you get that first pick. You don't have to immediately run up.
Mike had the camo time. They don't know he's here if he won.
See, Mike has it. Oh, is he gonna get traded? Oh,
yeah, he's gonna get called out.
Okay, there was 3 of them. Yeah, easy, Mike. Mike.
He pulled everyone back to blue base though. This is a chance for red team.
Yeah,
I would just say that blue team's spawning out in there, going to P2. No one from red team.
And this is what I'm talking about. Red team has gotten every single camo, I think. I don't think blue team has gotten away with a camo. And yet they're still down by over 10 kills. It's just they're not capitalizing on the opportunities they're given. Mike has been on top of those camo times, so I don't think he's communicating now with his team, because every time we see him grab the camo, his teammates are on the other side of the map. And it's so important to slay out and make sure that you actually get one of those camos out and that you're able to make a play. It's great that you're burning them and the other team's not getting them. But what's not great is that you're not capitalizing on actually having that camo time down. You're able to set up at the side, slay them out, and make plays towards the camo, and then make sure that you get away with that camo. You're going to be a lot more effective in the game than you are just rushing out and dying constantly. I think that's just an easy game for blue team to win. They had control the entire game. Red team just needed to slow it down a little bit and make sure that they pushed together. But blue team was able to capitalize a lot better than red team was. I should probably get down their team names, because I have no idea which one's which. Yo.
Yeah, so Pups N Suds, red team.
Pups N Suds is the red team. Well, I guess we got to see a game 3, which is nice. I like game 3s, except when my team's playing them because we lose. But other than that,
Hey. Yeah, we did that.
Oh, we choked hard. That was a
I
great.
rewatched that the clip where I got murdered at Pit in Empire Strongholds. Really hurt my heart. It was literally like 3 grenades thrown as far apart as they could be thrown to manage to betray a teammate.
Yeah, I saw that. I think I was because you were watching my stream, right? Because I just saw the guy throw the nades like right on you.
Somebody threw one and saw that he got hit markers, but they were on me, so he threw another one. And then you were on Andy, and Andy saw grenades coming out of Pit, so he decided to throw a 3rd grenade, and it was the 3rd grenade that finally killed me. He's like, "Oh shit, I betrayed you." Yeah, thanks. I think every player on our team might have made me once.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Pretty much.
It was an interesting game to watch. I was just like, there were so many things. I was just like. But that game 2 was really exciting when we played. But enough of our team. I think we're being a little bit narcissistic. I think we need to focus.
Speaking of exciting games,
right.
Strongholds on the rig.
My controller could stop disconnecting. That would be amazing. I'm about to rage. I'm gonna go on red team, see if they're able to get this camo, see what they're able to do.
So
Mike's pushing that
Mike is
camo
gonna pull
hard.
camo. He's in Whitehall, but oh no!
See, that's the help that we like to see.
Gets them out of the way, and they aren't able to kill him.
I'm gonna stick on the rail guy, wherever he is. Lots of switching.
So we've got
I don't think he knows about the other one.
He knows about the second. Oh, well, he's found G-Stang now.
I think he saw that scatter shot, so smart plays by not pursuing that, making sure that he takes advantage. He needs to reload his rail, and he does that right as I say it. He misses the first kill, but able to pick up the second one, and now there's a one-shot in basement, and they're going to be able to pull that out. They didn't kill him, and he's able to trade. Huge plays by Z-Man, just making sure that rail comes in handy. Watching Z-Man off spawn.
Captured BR base.
They pick up the base. I think I'm going to go on somebody more exciting at the moment. Let's see. Luscious L getting up into the Whitehall area. Seeing if he's able to get a couple picks. Makes 2 people one shot. Not able to get any kills, so he's keeping the back off. There we go. 2 people coming next. He's able to pick up the one shot. One more in there. Oh, and he doesn't know the new radar coming in clutch for Mike. But we see a triple kill coming from Luscious L, and I think he's going to be able to recover this nest quite easily.
He's out here on his own, though. He's going to get cleaned up with his nades.
I mean, good nades. Could have come a little second earlier, but get the kill, and now they just need to focus on getting the focus on getting slaves. As I say that, blue team goes 3 down, and we see red team collapsing on both the bases at the same time. Smart plays having 3 in one and 1 in the other, because as we saw, the third guy baited Lucius L out into the nest. He's still going to capture that nest, and we see trip cap and full effect for red team.
So I'm on with Mike. He's making good plays here.
Yeah, I mean, Mike is just on top of these camo times.
He's giving up the railgun, though.
I think it's fine for Mike to give up the camo. I mean, give up the rail for the camo. He just needs a little bit more information before making that play. Checking that camo, making sure nobody's standing on top of it. But as I said, I think I gotta get some back to MCM, and he makes a good play, getting that rail kill. Looking for his triple, not seeing it, getting a little overzealous. I think that's fine. He has the railgun.
Not need a railgun.
Hovering in the air, making sure he gets that kill.
And the rail is down for red team on the inside.
Yeah, nobody's picked it up yet. I think blue team's gonna see that on the ground.
Nest secured.
You see it on the ground, but nobody's going for it yet.
Captured.
See if they eventually fix that up. Nope.
Oh, almost gets ninja.
No, but no. Apparently nobody wants that rail, so we're just gonna see a rail sitting in the VR base. I mean, that might come to bite blue team in the butt if they don't secure, if they get double capped for real soon. I mean, now they're having to depend on one power weapon, and G-Stang's gonna make use of that. I'm gonna hop on with him. He's able to recover well, but with his scatter shot. I just keep going to the people that have no action on them. As I say, He's being able to do anything. He's trying to stay alive.
Gain the lead.
A 2-on-1's a little too much, even with a
Hostiles
scatter
captured
shot.
basement.
Now we see red team in that rotation. I think that we're gonna see them not picking up that rail that was on the ground. It's gonna bite them in the butt pretty hard.
So far, it appears to be. I think blue team is just playing so
Railgun in
aggressive
10
right
seconds.
now. And I'm not sure that it's the best strategy for them.
Scoring.
This is such a
Hostiles captured VR base.
setup-driven asymmetrical
Enemy
map.
team scoring.
They seem to be rotating and trying to put pressure on them,
Railgun ready.
but not actually finishing enough kills over there to prevent blue team from rotating.
I think we're gonna see our first rail engine in the game pretty soon if he's able to
Distraction.
drop down on us. Check it.
VR base secured.
Yeah.
Your team
See who has
scoring.
camo? Somebody needs that.
Lost
Okay.
basement.
Lucius L just grabbed it at
Enemy
36.
team scoring.
Luscious. I should be saying that. Luscious and not Lucius.
Enemy
I
has
don't know where
laid
I
a
got that.
victory.
Yeah. Let's see if he's able to do anything. I mean, right? I mean, he's making plays by just not showing up, making sure that they know that this invis is somewhere to be found. Making plays by, you know, just staying still. I don't like him dropping out. That guy didn't know that he was there. He could have just stayed up in there. But staying alive, making like this is such smart plays because he's had this camo and hasn't shot in one time with it. He's making sure that he's gonna get a kill when he does shoot. Fortunately, misses the melee, so he's not able to get a kill. But once again, just staying alive with his camo, making sure the team has to look for him.
Yeah, definitely not the worst thing he could have done, but if he was going to do something with it, I feel like he
Enemy
should
team,
have waited for his
20.1.
teammates to initiate the push, and
Yeah,
then
or-
just kind of finish it off.
Just making sure that he's having his team look for him per se, like going into a base, baiting them back. He took a little too long to do that. I mean, he had the camo for probably around 10-15 seconds before he decided to hop in a base, do something with his camo. But I mean, staying alive with it once again is really big. Let's just throws a nade and gets information of somebody in Batman. He's gonna end up getting that kill on G-Man, but Mike coming in the clutch with the scatter shot, trading with his teammates.
So I'm following Rambo. He's got White Hall right now with the railgun and camouflage.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking. I mean, blue team once again getting that rail. They're able to trade him out, but blue team is just playing so aggressive towards those power weapons. I think at the end of we're gonna see the post train once again with blue team having lots and lots of power weapon kills, but they're not gonna have these sports. Like they're getting these power weapon kills, but their kills aren't mattering as much as the other teams. I mean, Micah saw that the invis was up, decides to go for the kill instead of going for the invis, and now we see Mike with the invis. He's gonna get a railgun with it. I mean, blue team is just not capitalizing on the information that they have. I think red team's eventually gonna get a slay out, and they're gonna get the win. I mean, if they kill Sinister right here, they're gonna have a dual cap, and it's only gonna take them 10-15 seconds for them to win this game if they are able to kill the guy in this.
Capture.
Watch out
Your
what's happening.
team scoring.
Z-Man's able to make a play. He does make the play. 2 cap in effect for red team. I think Z-Man just boosted himself off the edge.
Caster's curse. Ow.
Just making everyone die.
Alright, we might actually get to fight.
Alright.
Give him a second chance going into Tower 2. Try to stop this cap on VR base.
We lost VR
A little
base.
overzealous with the punch. You know,
Enemy
just
team
make sure that you shoot that
Yeah,
third shot.
I think he fell into the same trap that
Enemy has total
Sinister fell
control.
into last time. Where
Captured
they
VR
could have
base.
just sat there and waited for blue team.
Yeah, I agree. They're able to get the cap and stop the 3 cap leading, but it's going to be important that they get this next railgun. And they don't overcommit too much on the real base. As I say that, they get 2 down. If they're able to kill this third guy at the next game, yeah, that's probably going to do it for red team. They're going to be able to get this base hit. It's really not going to matter what blue team. Oh, I say that, but blue team's double capping VR base. I think they're going to get this.
Stronghold.
JK's. Oh, he's got the scatter shots.
And he's playing so aggressive. He gets yo, JK making huge plays, killing 2 of them as his teammate gets the nest. I think blue team's out now.
Defeat.
Oh my gosh. Z-Man once again with the slaying numbers, 23 kills, making sure that he slays enough for his team, and he definitely did so.
I thought I saw some good support play from the other players on that team too, though. Mike keeping the camo under control, none of them going too far negative, getting lots of captures off of Z-Man slays.
And we're seeing this. Like, blue team had 10 power weapon kills, and I don't think they capitalized on those power weapon kills that they got. Like, they'd get these rails, or right off the start, they would grab them, get the first pick, but then trade really fast with them, and they're not capitalizing on the kills that they did get. Making sure that your rail is in the right position or that your scatter shot is playing the bases is so important, because you can have a scatter shot playing tower 2 and getting 3-4 kills and never dropping in a base and never pushing their spawns and making sure that they're playing the objective. And we can just see power up and kills break up and nothing amount from them. And I think that's what happened with blue team. They're just too focused on playing Slayer instead of making sure that they were playing the objective a little bit better, out rotating and not flinging at the people trying to get kills. But red team definitely capitalized on what they were given.
Yeah, I'm looking here at the defensive kills. So we've got, let's see, 7 for red team and 8 for blue team. Yeah, red team just out rotated them.
And Z-Man with 3,300 damage. He's just definitely been, holding down the
red
slays.
team. Absolutely.
Really key.
Huge.
And then Mike, I think
Representing fat hippies. Great claim.
I think Mike has to be playing that in-game leader role for red team right here, because every single time Camo was up, we saw Mike there. He knew the times. He was a pain in blue team's ass, I think, for all 3 games. Just there for each power weapon, there for each camo, making sure that red team at least had a chance at each power up. I would like to see red team, sort of step in a direction where they let Mike make some shots, call the shots in the game, and then let the other teams let the other players focus a little bit more on their slays, and just let Mike kind of dictate the pace, because I saw him in right positionings, right everything, and if he keeps that up, I think red team's going to have a really successful bracket run. I mean, they're playing really well together in the objectives. They obviously need to work on their slayers a little bit more, making sure that they're shooting the same things, but that all comes with practice, communication, and I think red team's going to be a scary team down the run in this tournament.
Definitely. I think on a lot of those technical maps like Rig Strongholds, that's really going to serve them well with good calls coming out from the support players, and then Z-Man just having a little bit of space to go off and to surprise people around them.
I think one thing that we have to look at is Sinister. He played great for the first 2 games. He did have a little bit of a lull the third game, going 12 with 16 deaths, but he is definitely the Slayer for blue team, and he was never able to really run out and do what you needed to do, because look at that, he only had 1 power weapon kill. I think they need to share the wealth a little bit, let Sinister get in his groove by giving him a power weapon, making sure that he can rotate around and get those kills for his team. And definitely blue team just needs to play with a little bit more objective in their mind.
Yeah, Sinister was the sub for this game. He's on Team
Oh,
Vilify.
is he? See, I did not know that.
So yeah, it's a little bit. I think he has played with. I mean, I've played with him in G-Stang before, so I think they know each other at least to some extent. But from what I've seen of playing with Sinister, he's a really good fighter, really good shot, fun guy to play with. I don't mean to be an asshole and criticize or anything, but he's very aggressive. And on certain maps like Rig and Rig Strongholds in particular, he can become a little bit predictable because he's so in your face all the time. You can kind of, if you nade one of the 2 doors that he's going to come through, there's a pretty good chance of you getting a nade on him. And that's what results in him having 16 deaths despite being one of the best fighters in the match.
He had 2k damage. I mean, red team didn't have as flashy stats. I mean, Z-Man had the flashy stats of the game, and the other ones kind of sat back and did their roles, but they were able to just play the objective a little bit better, get shots on people, and make sure that they were getting. I think it just came out to rotations. They out-rotated blue team the entire game. Whenever blue team was going basement, they were going BR base, making sure that they had that 2 cap for as long as possible. And when they got those kills, they were definitely pushing up into those bases. And I have a call coming from my phone. Let's see who it is. folks, it was a spam caller. And that's
What a
all we know.
jerk.
What a jerk. They did not register at their hotel. That's just another thing that you guys just don't need to do. Don't give your numbers out online because people will sell that shit and you'll get spam callers for the next 4 months. So never give out your phone number online. That has been my life for the last little bit. I wonder if we're gonna get some 8s going on or something, because I would dig that. See if we can get some 8s.
Yeah, I would not say no.
8s. We should try getting Z-Man in here. Get the post game interview. Get the post game interview.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, let's see if he's down for that, because that actually does sound fun.
I don't have him added to you.
No, I'm sending him a message on Discord.
Okay, sweet.
He's in my chat. I wonder if he's still in here. Maybe I can just send it to him here.
Rambo invited me to a game.
Ooh. Heartbroken. I didn't get an invite.
See how many people are in the fire team. Z-Man's here.
Okay. Well, what's anybody I know in the lobby?
Z-Man, JK, and Animation.
So you don't have any of them.
I'm gonna leave the fire team.
I have Z-Man added. Yeah, idiot.
I don't know if I got a chance to make my full point on Sinister, but in general, he's so aggressive, and it serves him really well on maps like Truth, where you can see everything and gain a lot of information, and pushes a team where kind of everybody understands what's going on. But unless he has a 4-person team where they've really worked out what their strategy is going to be ahead of time, I think it's hard to keep up with that much of a fast-paced play style on the rig. Especially when it's so much easier, as you can see from Red Team's success, for Red Team to just sit back on the outside, control those car spawns, and rotate whenever Blue Team comes after them.
Yeah. He was definitely playing aggressive, and I think it played well during the first 2 games. But the third game, I mean, I guess it comes from the lack of communication, them not playing together. They definitely needed to be capitalizing off each other instead of play a little bit more with each other instead of having to rely on the kills. SVT.
And I saw a little bit of it on Coliseum too, where they were making a push and just not getting all 4 kills. And like someone was alive in Oven or in the back of the base or in the cave, who was kind of stopping the flag runs more so than the Red Team was like really coming out and making amazing plays or anything. They just kind of had one guy left alive to stop it.
Yeah, okay, so Z-Man's here. He's ready. Give the information that we absolutely want. How'd you feel after that game? I mean, you were definitely the slayer of the game. You had lots of kills during the Coliseum game, had lots of kills during that game 3. I mean, what was the key to success for your team in those objective games?
Objective games for us, we have a lot more focus, a lot more, we know what to do in objective games a lot of the time, whereas in Slayer we're all over the place. For me, I wasn't doing so hot as I usually was in Capture the Flag. We had our 2 other players, Dr. John Rambo and JK47I, really step up their Slayer game. In our past series, during that same map, they slayed much less, and we see a lot of improvement there. As for strongholds, I just felt like the other team was a little panicked, and they were rushing a lot of their pushes, overextending into the objective where we could get easy kills on them, and then we gained map control.
You guys definitely played really well. I saw Mike on top of those camos all the time. And what's the communication like in your guys' games? I mean, is it more quiet, or are you guys frantic? Is there somebody that's making play shots? I mean, play calls all the time, telling people what to do? And what's the comms like when you guys are playing?
There's a lot of chatter on comms. We actually, for the 45 or so minutes leading up to the game, we walked around, went over call-outs to make sure everybody was on the same page. We taught Rambo and JK, we all worked on our flag runs prior to that CTF game to make sure we all knew how to do it when the time came. But really the call-outs have been really good on those games. We really came together in the third game with, we had Bad always making that call-out for camo, always making sure camo was, in our possession. I also kind of called it out broadly, but he was always on point there. Rambo and JK are really good, or a lot of improvement in their minute call-outs. So we just had overall great communication in that third game. Second game was a little rough for us. Truth is really hard map.
Fender, you got any questions?
Yeah, I noticed at the beginning of the flag game, both teams were just kind of looking a little sloppy. A lot of flags came like really, really close to coming in, and then all of a sudden you guys kind of took control of the game. Can you give us any insight into kind of how that happened?
Yeah,
we started coming together.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to play fours before this match, unfortunately. I know Bad was warming up with Rambo a little bit earlier, but me and JK didn't get in we never got to play as an entire team. So I think that affected our first game there for the majority of it. And then what I think happened was we started getting comfortable, and I think the other team also tried to overextend, getting a little desperate as the time clicked down. And I think we were able to capitalize on that. We had a couple of really sneaky, lucky plays. Like I think our third cap, or no, it was our second cap, I believe. Rambo managed to get behind them, return our flag just in a 1v1, and we managed to keep control of the enemy flag. And it was just a clutch play that we needed in order to keep us alive. It was a very close. It looked at the end of the game, you might say it was a blowout, but it felt really close the entire time.
I definitely felt that that flag game you guys played was really sloppy. I think there had to be around 10 pulls that game. Lots of flags being pulled at the last second, lots of overextending and having those players overextend. I mean, what are you guys going to plan to do in future series to make sure that those flag games aren't as sloppy as they were today?
Our general plan on Coliseum, or our first series we played, it was mainly me and Bad going out and slaying, while Rambo and JK stayed back in support. That only works to a certain extent because 2 men can't take on 4 in theory, and we can't get those pulls. I think this series we had Rambo and JK be a lot more aggressive. I think that accounted for a lot more of their kill counts, a lot more of their assists and their damage dealt. But what that resulted in is us being very off balance. We weren't sure who was always in the back line. Luckily, JK and Rambo were usually holding down either our red flag or red caves. So we had somebody buffering for us to give us time to respawn. To remedy us being very off balance, we just need to focus on gaining map control. What we don't really do is we don't hold top map control ever, really. We just get there and then we move through. What we need to do is transition, say if I were to push up top rockets, I say, okay, I'm top rockets, JK, you come up, I'll push the flag. Something along those lines. We need to have a little bit more transition time, make sure we're still working together.
I think that's a great game plan. It sounds like you guys have great communication in game. You're calling people out by name, telling them what needs to happen, when you need help, stuff like that. Anything that what do you think you need to do to be better at those Slayers coming in? I mean, the Slayer wasn't very pretty to watch. We saw lots of individual pushes. We didn't see it as working as a unit. And when it comes down to stuff like that, when you guys are getting beat, what's going on, and how do you guys take that? Are you guys getting frantic? Are you guys trying to stay calm? What do you need to do in the future to keep those comms better and make sure that you're shooting a lot better with each other?
Definitely get a lot frantic. What we really need to do is focus down. The reason we're better at objectives is we have an anchor. We have somewhere to rotate around. We know where the enemy is going to be. With Slayer, we don't really know where we're spawning, that kind of deal. So it's going to be a lot more difficult for us to understand the situation, drop in, and go off shooting. What we need to do is I feel like this also stems from from our objective games a little bit, where we need to get top map control. We need to hold that down. We need the high ground basically in order to win our gunfights, especially in this case where we're pretty similarly skilled. I was losing a lot of gunfights during that Slayer match. But what I really noticed at the end of the game was we had a lot less assists. Was the biggest issue there. When we spawn, we need to sort of coalesce, get a little bit more, in line of sight of each other, and then sort of push out, get those top map controls. I also think that Blue Team had some amazing nades in all 3 of the games. I think I personally need to work on my nade game a lot. I think that our team could benefit a lot from similar training.
Okay, you got anything, Fender?
I mean, I would totally understand if you don't want to give away trade secrets, but is there anything you guys have gone over about rig strongholds in particular that allowed you guys to just be so much more efficient with the objectives than the blue team was?
I think just at the start of the game, we said, okay, what 2 points do we want to hold? And then we're like, okay, we want nest and we want basement. That's what we want. That's the best place to hold the game. We can force them to spawn in bunker and then rotate to us. Also, I think what we did really well is when we did lose control of those 2 objectives, we knew we had to grab BR, pull people towards BR, and then rotate away from it. That's what we plan to do. It's not really a trade secret. I think it's a pretty strong strategy. And being in the S5 program, I want everybody to succeed, not just our team. So,
look at that. Humble. Sorry, I had a follow coming in, so like my mic got my ears got real loud. Yeah. Thanks for the follow, June 21 22 22 22 22 22 22 22. But let's see who you guys are playing up against next time. So you guys just won, and I think you guys are going up against Taskmasters, right? That's your guys' next opponent, and in round 3. Like, what's the strategy coming out in the next round? Like, how are you going to take on? Because obviously Taskmasters, they're farther up in the tournament, a lot better. I wouldn't say a lot better team, but they're obviously farther in the bracket. Probably a harder opponent than the game that you guys just played. What's the strategy going into your next round?
Hopefully we'll actually get to play together as a team. We have really shitty schedules. Most of us aren't available a lot of the time. I know it's been finals week for a lot of college students, but most of us have shitty work schedules as well. Hopefully we can actually play together. I just want to drop into some HCS with these guys, get used to their play styles, kind of gel together a little better. And then I just want to focus on that Slayer. If we keep losing that middle match, that Slayer match, we're not going to go too far without it, especially when Stronghold is usually so up in the air. It's a good mixture of Slayer and map control. Yeah,
the first map you guys are going to be playing is Empire Stronghold. It's definitely a different map than most of the other ones in the game. Smaller map. More objective focused, a really, really hard map to do if you don't have the communications going. I'm hoping to see you guys practice a lot more coming into the summer. People getting off school and stuff. So I'm really excited to watch your guys' team. Definitely a fun team to watch. Love Mike, love you, love JK. Can't remember your 4th. I apologize.
Rambo, Rambo really stepped up today. He wasn't warm, and then he stepped up that game. It was huge. I loved it.
I love that gamer tag, Dr. Rambo. Ooh, such a good gamer tag. But I mean, if Fender has any last questions, I mean, I think I'm done with my questions. But Fender, you got anything?
I just want to say you played great today, man. Seriously, you hit some dirty shots, and I was really impressed. Well done.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for having me, Yu-Gi-Oh! Fender. I love the fact that you're casting all this, and keep up the good work, guys.
Oh, thanks, man. You're making me blush. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
See you later, man. I've had a fun night tonight, man. I thought this was a really fun night. Great games to watch.
Yeah, it was really great to see it go to Game 3 this time. A little bit of drama. And I thought they were really well matched. That was a really good slaying power meets objective efficiency kind of match.
And let's just hope it doesn't take 5 months to get the next match scheduled, because I'd like to see them play again. I'd like to see them play again.
We'll see if they're available on Wednesday nights. Taskmasters is very consistent about showing up at that time slot.
Wednesday night. Hopefully we see a Rumble go down. Hopefully. Let's see. So we have one more match that's going to get played pretty soon, probably, which is Alliance versus Team Legacy. And then we have another map with Pups and Suds and Taskmasters, and then we have Raiders of the Lost Roach. What a great game. Ugh, what a great team name. And then Pup and Suds is going to be facing off against them. So we have some great matches coming up next week. Hopefully they all get played. Not faltering in our steps. Get these games played. See what the seeds are for the league. But hopefully we're able to cast some action because I've had just a wonderful time with you, Fender. A wonderful time.
It'll be interesting to see how Baggage Claim and Alliance stack up against each other.
Yeah, I mean,
that should be a good game.
They're let's see, Baggage Claim, 4th seed, Taskmasters. Wait, do I have this backwards? Trying to remember which one's which.
So Pup and Suds are going on,
Pup
and
and
they're
Suds is going
playing
on.
against Taskmasters.
And
That's
Baggage.
my understanding of it. And then Alliance in the lower bracket is going to be playing against the losing team.
No, Raiders of the Lost Roach. I think it's Raiders of the Lost Roach. So we're seeing the 4th and
Is
the
it Raiders?
7th, yeah, the 4th and the 7th seed meeting in the losers bracket round 2. So that should be interesting. And in this tournament, we've seen, I guess, one dark horse coming in, which is Pup and Suds. Ranked 12th, got that low ranking. Obi-Wan Jabroni, the Japan legend, making sure that he gets his team coached up and going through. I mean, that's the dark horse in this tournament. We see them running through. Hopefully, we see some storyline going on with that. And I think Mike wants to play 8s, so if you're down for that.